Hello, I am Paige the Mage and welcome to another video. This will be the last video of the year, so today I thought I will freestyle a little bit and talk about random stuff that happened. It was a long year, and being a long year, obviously a lot of things happened. The thing is, I started streaming on YouTube last year in October, that is in 2022, and I didn't know where that would take me. Now, a year and a half later, I found a few people, I found some friends, I have a few followers, not much, not even close to, like successful or anything. But certainly I appreciate every single person who has followed or subscribed me and thought that I am worth the time. I appreciate it very much, and a lot of people underestimate greatly how special this is at all. In the sea of content and the huge amount of options available to choose to watch me is actually very, very cool. Even though it's just, I don't know, 2-3 people or so, something like that, it's still a very special. The more people do it, the more special it seems. That being said, I am very far in quality from literally anything, and sincerely I don't really want to be more quality. I am doing this for specifically one reason, and that is to improve my presence in recordings to begin with. I have made quite the progress, but I am very, very far from sounding natural. It doesn't seem that much from like a recording side because it's kind of sounds natural, but from my point of view I see a clear distinction from how I talk usually to how I sound in my recordings. Even so, it kind of becomes a thing where my brain kind of freezes and I force my words out, which is why I do this to begin with, and that is one of the few reasons I do this. I want to make a different type of content, to be honest, but I am not quite ready there. The amount of effort required for me to make high-end proper videos as seen by other YouTubers would offset my artistic goals, so to say. At the end of the day, I am an artist, and well, there was a time where I was way into YouTube and editing. I do believe that time has passed, as I've spent a great amount of time learning the ins and outs in drawing, and I am very far from being there even in that aspect. As my drawing skills, I'm stuck somewhere in between being kinda good but also mediocre. It's not anything to write home about, but at the same time I am well past amateur and can't say that what I'm doing is any kind of amateurish. And for that reason, my videos are just gonna be this, me talking about random stuff, minimum editing, and just drawing in my background if I feel like it. Sometimes I thought about just posting my drawings with music and that'll be it, but that doesn't really help my problem with recording. Now, if I am an artist, why am I so focused on the recording part? Well, the thing is, I am a streamer and a VTuber, and I want to make my own lore videos where I would be doing drawings and making lore and so on and so forth, and I feel that that would be more catchy than actual comic book pages, so I do want it to also be a comic book. The reason for this is that there isn't a space specifically for posting an entire chapter for a comic book. Like, Twitter is definitely not the space for it. I probably either have my art stolen or somebody being sensitive about what I make, even though what I'm making would probably not be sensitive at all, or it just be completely ignored, as I don't think I have that much of a following so to direct people here and there. So for that reason, I feel like YouTube would be my best bet to have a proper lore video, and especially a proper lore series. But that cannot happen if I do not sound natural in front of a recording. For this, my plans for 2024 is to try to script my videos more, so that I'll do more reading than actual talking and trying to sound natural while doing so, and possibly do more reading in general in my video, as I want to gain the ability to talk naturally, as I mentioned before. And what kind of content will that turn out to be? I have no clue, nor do I have any kind of direction specific. Nor do I want to have a specific direction. I feel like the most interesting type of YouTubers are YouTubers who attract the people not by their content, but by their personality. So if I were to make, let's say, a specific type of content, let's say I start complaining about stuff constantly. Last week it was The Sims, and before that it was something else, and next time it will be another game or another thing that kind of ticks me. Eventually I'll run out of things that annoy me, and it'll be to the point that I'll have to make stuff up. I would not do that no matter what. I do not like the idea of lying or making stuff up or being unhonest. So that it would be completely out of the table, but then I'll be running out of content. There's only a limited amount of things you can complain about that are truthful. So that would mean that sooner or later I will run into a brick wall, which is not good anyway, nor do I plan to again make anything serious out of it. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed and who liked the video, and I make content thinking about the lovely people who did that, but at the end of the day, this still exists just for me, and it exists for the purpose of me gaining a foothold in the whole recording business, which I'm happy to say that I made real progress in. I sound more natural, I do not need a distraction as I did before. Before I would have a game running, so I would not be so, overwhelmed by the concept. And I do believe I am slowly but surely evolving. I also started doing some voice practices, a little bit of singing practice to make my voice sound better and to speak more clearer. I don't think that last part is very noticeable just yet, but this type of thing takes months of progress. And since it's the end of the year, I didn't think about having any kind of subject. It's the holidays, it's New Year, it's a time of endings and a time of reflection upon the past, and I didn't want to bring out another topic and then just go blank for about 2 weeks, as I'm planning to do right now. So I'm going to start posting again about on the 8th of January or something like that, after the 8th. I will use this time to spend time with my family and, kind of take some time off. Funnily enough, even though I'm unemployed and have been so for a year, I have definitely been working my butt off for making content. Not YouTube videos, but rather streams. So I think I exhausted all of my ideas for talking points at the moment. Again, I struggle with sharing my emotions, especially when I'm recorded. It's kind of like I am not sure anyone's listening, so it is hard for me to express myself. It's a psychological thing that I'm trying to get over, and I'm trying to talk right now to the person who's going to see this. But it is kind of weird, and it's going to take some time to get used to it. That's it for now. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in 2024.